Hey students, please remember to be good for the sub if you are in Miss Fawcett's class today. Today we're going to go over how to do a circles review. I'm going to do one of the columns, you're going to work in a group to do one column, and then by yourself you'll do one of the columns. So let's get started. The distance from the center of a Ferris wheel to the outer edge measures 235 feet. What is the circumference? Well, it's the distance from the center to the outer edge, that means it's a radius. So the radius is 235. To get from radius to circumference, the first thing I got to do is get to the diameter. So radius times 2, 235, times 2 gives me the diameter. 235 times 2 is 470. This is the diameter. To get from diameters to circumference, when I need a circumference, I'll just use pi d. So I could just say 470 pi. Or I could do an approximate and use 3.14 for pi, because the directions say if it does not specify, you can give an exact answer or use 3.14. So it doesn't specify, so I've got an option here. So I'm going to do 470 times 3.14, which is, typing it into my calculator right now, 1475.8. And either answer, either the 470 pi or 1475.8 would be acceptable. Number 2, a large pizza has a circumference of 50.24 inches. What is the area? Circumference to area. So to get from circumference, the first thing we got to do is divide it by pi. When we take the circumference and we divide it by pi, that gives us the diameter. So now we know our diameter is 16. Second thing we want to do is divide it by 2, because when we divide it by 2, that gives us our radius. So we know our radius is 8. Well, we know pi r squared sounds like area to me. So then we're going to do pi times 8 times 8. Pi times 8 times 8 is 64 pi. That's the exact area. The approximate area, scan all of it, would be 64 times 3.14. 64 times 3.14 is equal to 200.96. You can do exact area or approximate, again, because it doesn't specify. If it specifies use 3.14, you have to use 3.14. If it doesn't specify, you can give exact or approximate. The circle in the middle of a basketball court measures 12 feet in diameter. What is the area of this circle? So we're starting out with a diameter of 12. So we've got diameter is 12. First thing for pi r squared sounds like area to me. We need an r. We've got a diameter. So we're going to take that diameter and divide it by 2. When we divide by 2, we get 6. This is our radius. Once we have the radius, pi r squared sounds like area to me. Pi r squared. So pi r squared would be 36 pi. Or, that's our exact area. For our approximate area, we do 36 times 3.14. 36 times 3.14 is 113.04. The clock in London, England, known as Big Ben, has a face with a circumference of 72.22 feet. What is the diameter? Well, if we're given the circumference of 72.22 and we want the diameter, when I need a circumference, I'll just use pi d. I don't know why it's changing the pi sign today, but that is pi sign. So I could just take and divide both sides by pi. And when I divide both sides by pi, 72.22 divided by 3.14 gives me 23. Therefore, my diameter is equal to 23. Our next one. One circle has a radius of 3 feet, and one circle has a radius of 9 feet. How many times bigger is the area of the second circle than the first? Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm going to start by just finding the area of each circle. So the circle with a radius of 9 would be pi r squared, 3 pi times 3 squared. And that would be 9. Oops. Equal to 9 pi. The next one, pi, and then we're going to take the 9 squared. 9 squared, and that would be 81 pi. So the question is, how many times bigger is the area of the second than the first? So I'm going to do 81 pi divided by 9 pi. 81, the pi's cancel out. Pi divided by pi just goes away because that's equal to 1. 81 divided by 9 is 9. Our answer is 9 times bigger. Write 2 formulas to solve the circumference of a circle. When I need a circumference, I'll just use pi d. Or our second one, pi times 2r, because 2 radiuses make up a diameter. So 2 pi r or pi d would both be circumference of a circle. And then the challenge problem. I think I'm going to leave the challenge problem for you guys to figure out and try those, but I don't want you to try them if you get everything done. Sorry, that was the bells I'm recording. Have an excellent day. Please work hard, be good for the sub, and help each other out. Bye.